Aloha, it's Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, mahalo to Long's Drugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Long's Drugs for all your shopping needs. The Honolulu Board of Water Supply this morning says Kamehameha Highway near Kahana Bay Beach Park remains closed in both directions. That's because crews are continuing to repair a 30-inch main break. Officials advise motorists to avoid the area because they will be turned around. Pedestrian access is available during the work, but pedestrians must be escorted across the bridge by a Board of Water Supply employee as long as it is safe. There may be instances where they will have to wait. Crews hope to have a contraflow available by the end of this week. Officials say the schedule is subject to change depending on conditions that occur during the repairs. During this time, customers from Kailua to Waimanalo may experience impacts such as low pressure or no water. Officials are urging residents from Waimanalo to Kahana to conserve water because the system lost about 60% of its water supply due to the disruption. Tropical storm Estell is still far away from the Hawaiian Islands. As of this morning, the center of Estell was about 510 miles west-southwest of the southern tip of Baja California. The storm was packing maximum sustained winds of 65 miles per hour and higher gusts. Estell is still maintaining intensity but should begin to weaken on Wednesday. That's according to the National Hurricane Center in Miami. Officials say Estell is likely to become a post-tropical remnant low on Thursday. No coastal watches or warnings from Estell are currently in effect. Meanwhile, a high surf advisory is in place for all south-facing shores until 6 this evening. The large south swell that peaks Sunday is slowly easing. The surf is expected to lower by Wednesday. Jurors in the penalty trial of Florida school shooter Nicholas Cruz viewed graphic video today of him murdering 17 people at Parkland's Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. The shooting happened 4 years ago. The video was compiled from 13 security cameras inside the building. The footage was not shown to many of the victims' parents who sat in the gallery. Prosecutors say the video shows Cruz shooting many of his victims at point-blank range, going back to some who were wounded on the floor to kill them. The 15-minute recording had no sound. The 12 jurors and 10 alternates stared intently at their video screens. Cruz's attorneys objected to the video, arguing that any evidentiary value it has is outweighed by the emotions it would raise in the jurors. Cruz pleaded guilty in October to 17 counts of first-degree murder and 17 more counts of attempted murder for those he wounded. The jury must decide if the 23-year-old man should be sentenced to death or life without parole. Maui police have identified a man who was pulled unresponsive from the ocean on the Isle's North Shore on Saturday morning. The man has been identified as 53-year-old Virgilio Citrez Jr. of Lahaina. He was reported missing by his family and was last seen on July 14th at his workplace in Honolulu. Maui first responders arrived at the scene at Kahikili Highway by mile marker 38 after they received a report of an unresponsive man floating in the water about 50 yards offshore. They brought the man to shore and medic personnel declared him dead. Police say a preliminary investigation shows no signs of foul play. The investigation is ongoing. Wildlife officials have rescued a male juvenile Hawaiian monk seal that swallowed a fishing hook. The National Park Service reported seeing monk seal RP92 on Kalaupapa with fishing gear hanging out of his mouth. Officials transported him to the Marine Mammal Center's Keikaiola, a hospital for monk seals in Kailua Kona. They removed a barbed circle hook from his larynx under anesthesia using a special procedure. Under the care of Keikaiola, RP92 gained more than 25 pounds. The monk seal has been released back into the ocean and he was seen swimming in waters off Molokai. Officials remind the public to keep a safe distance from the monk seals, at least 50 feet from one monk seal and at least 150 feet from monk seal moms with pups. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.